Welcome to the SCLD podcast, where we talk about all the things you can do and find at the library.
Hi, I'm Savannah Stewart, and this is the SCLD podcast. And today I have Aaron Haight with me, and he is the Technology Instruction Specialist for SCLD. And we're going to talk about coding robots, which I know nothing about.
Well, maybe you'll know a little more when we're done with this. Yeah.
Awesome. So what did you bring today?
So I brought a few things. I brought the Sphero Indy and an Ozobot and another Sphero product, the Sphero Bolt.
All right.
And these are various coding robots that we have available. Some are available for circulation. Some we do programs with, and we'll do some demonstrations here today just to kind of show what they do.
So what is a coding robot for those who don't know?
So, well, coding, let's talk about coding a little bit.
Okay.
Coding sounds like this cool, mysterious thing, but it's stuff. So if you've ever followed a recipe, you've been programmed by a code to do this particular task.
Okay.
So you've read the code in the book and you followed it. And that's basically it's a set of instructions. The difference is that when you're following a recipe, you can go, okay, now I'm not going to put that in there, and it'll still be fine. Robots and any kind of computer, they're very literal. So everything that's there, it's going to do, and if it's missing, it doesn't know that it's missing, and it's not going to figure it out.
Okay.
Well, until AI came along, and then
true. That's a
whole different topic. Yeah. So anyway, coding is just simply creating a set of instructions and following a logical path, and it's just a way of it teaches a way of thinking about a problem in a systematic way, and so that's what these robots teach, I guess, or just plus they're good fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is awesome just because growing up, we did not have these. Nobody was really talking about coding unless it was like your MySpace page.
Right. Well,
do you have a green thumb? Are you new to gardening? No matter your skill level, every season is gardening season at the library. We have an extensive collection of gardening books and online resources that can plant the seeds for new ideas and help you cultivate your indoor and outdoor projects. We also have seed libraries. Our Take and Give seed libraries are currently accepting donations of vegetable, herb, and flower seeds. Bring your heirloom seeds into a library to share with other gardeners for spring planting. Learn more today at scld.org.
Yeah, so I guess let's get into some of these.
Sure.
So this is the Sphero Indy, and it's aimed towards kind of the younger crowd, so sort of the K through 2 or 3, and it's a car. Who doesn't like cool cars? And basically, you use these colored pads to give it instructions. Okay. So, for example, we'll have it follow a little path around the table here. And so the green so there's a sensor on the bottom. Okay. And it reads the color and says, I'm going to do this thing when I see this color. Okay. And so we're going to set up a green and some pinks. And I will explain what these do momentarily. Okay. And a red. So green means go. It also means speed up. So if I put 3 greens in a row, it would go progressively faster. Okay. There are yellow ones that make it slow down. And red, strangely enough, says stop. Pink's not so intuitive. Pink, it just means take a 90-degree left turn. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the robot. Let it make its fancy noise. We're going to put it on the green pad, and off it goes. And that's it. And
That's so cute.
Yeah, so maybe you have a maze set on the floor or a pattern, or you want to send it from here to the kitchen or whatever. And so you can do different things, or maybe you want it to stop and go around in a circle and then go. And so it's just a simple way of demonstrating how instructions can make a robot do things.
Yeah. I mean, when you explain it that way, it makes so much more sense because I'm over here like, oh gosh, do I need a degree to understand this?
No, in fact, you do not. So anyway, that's it. And these do circulate. So if you wanted to check them out, look in our catalog. They're there.
These are a library of things, right?
These, STEM Explorer kits, actually.
STEM Explorer kits. Yeah. All right.
So STEM Explorer Indie. And that's this.
Indie. Cute.
So
awesome.
Let me move these. So,
and that's like the simplest one you mentioned before.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's still lots of fun. It's fun for all ages. So the next step up is the Ozobot. And this is a little droid-looking thing that there's a couple of different ways to program. So the Indie, really, it's light-based, and there's not much else going on with that. The Ozobot also has a light sensor that it uses to follow instructions. And so, for example, and I never could stay in the line, so my drawings are not always the best. The Ozobot doesn't always know what's going on. But anyway, it will follow this path, and it will sense the colors that are underneath it and do different behaviors based on the pattern of colors. So, for example, it's going to drive over this red, green, blue pattern and say, I need to go really slow.
Okay.
And then it will follow. So, for example, red, black, red is move a little faster. Green, black, green moves faster and progressively. And then we get over here to some of these fancier ones where it'll spin around in circles or it'll do the zigzag. And so, it's, with view pens, you can make it do cool stuff. Oh. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on.
There it goes.
Yep. And just put it on the path. It sees that there's a path there and starts following it. And so it goes really slow, puts on the warning lights. Hey, I'm going slow. It sees the red, black, red moves a little faster.
So how do you know which colors to put? Is it?
So there's a key.
There's a key.
Yeah. Okay. And so there's a big sheet of paper that says do this and do that.
Okay.
And it can do lots fancier stuff too.
It turned around.
It did, yes. That wasn't necessarily the expected behavior. So there's some trial and error, and it matters, how dark the colors are, whether there are gaps in the colors, that kind of thing. It's a little
cute.
It's a little unpredictable.
Yeah.
But that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll do different things that goes over the same path. Anyway, it can do things like if you have parallel lines, you can give it a code and say, hey, turn right and look for the next line over, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It can activate like counters. You can do some pretty sophisticated programming with it.
Our Tuesday Memory Cafes at North Spokane Library are friendly weekly gatherings that offer a community space for those navigating memory loss and their caregivers. Every Tuesday at 11 a.m., stop into the library to connect and participate in activities, all selected to promote mental acuity, health, and wellness. Memory cafes are a comfortable way to connect with other caregivers and people experiencing memory loss. Be part of something special where understanding and support go hand in hand.
Bolt. Now this one doesn't circulate, but we do programs pretty regularly with this. It's got all sorts of doodads and sensors and things. It can tell how fast it's dropping, and you can program it to do different things. If it's dropping really fast, like say and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But right now, I've got a program here that I just grabbed off the Sphero website, and basically it displays a flag on its LED and marches back and forth. So we're just going to go ahead and start the program. Real simple program, and this is Scratch, so this is just a series of blocks that you combine, and we turn it on, and we need to connect to it. So you can use a computer, you can use anything that's got a Bluetooth connection, because that's how it talks to a computer. Okay. And now it's turned on, and it's pretty durable. You can drive over all sorts of stuff.
Right, and you said that it can fall? Like it can drop?
It can fall, yeah. So there are games. There's a game that's kind of common you see out there. You basically throw it back and forth if you have a group of people. into the ground. It's fine. It's pretty tough. And it keeps on going.
It's still going.
Anyway, there's a game you can play that you toss it back and forth amongst friends, and it makes a different animal sound each time. You have to identify the animal.
Oh, that's
And if you identify
cute.
it incorrectly, you're out. So
it doesn't explode or anything.
No, well, no. That might be fun. Anyway, so yeah, it knows it's being thrown. It says, makes a lion roar or a
That's
cat
so
meow,
cool.
that kind of thing. Yeah, and on the Sphero website, there's tons of different programs, but it's more fun to do your own. We did a program in the lab here a few weeks ago where I had built a maze, basically, and it was the attendee's job to program the Sphero to
get
travel through the maze.
That's awesome.
There was a jump that they had to try and get over, and it was a lot more challenging than probably any of us expected. But it was lots of fun.
Yeah,
it was lots of fun.
You're
And
learning through play too,
right?
And
it just teaches you how to kind of fine tune your program and account for unexpected variables and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So this spring I know we have some Ozobot programs.
Do you have a couple?
Some of our libraries.
Yeah.
This summer in the lab we're doing some coding things. So I'm not sure the exact dates right now, but sometime over the summer we're going to do a week of coding. So it's going to be lots of different robots, lots of practice with different programming languages.
Fun.
With the Sphero bolts, we're actually going to do a storytelling program. So one of the cool things you can do is basically have it travel from station to station and show different lights or designs, and there's speech involved too.
Okay.
So you can tell a story, so they can.
Oh, that's so
they'll
cool.
design sort of a setting or a scene and have it travel from place to place, and then they'll be able to show it off to family when they're all done. So that'll be like a multi-day
awesome.
program where we're programming, but we're also doing other things with it, storytelling and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you already kind of touched on this about how you do coding every day, essentially.
Right.
And you don't even realize it.
Right.
But it's good skills to have, especially for our younger generation.
If you're walking to school or going to work, you're following a set of instructions that have been stuck in your head. And that's really all it is. It's just learning the language.
Right, right. And kind of coming at it with curiosity. And fun. It can be fun.
Right.
And learning is fun.
Yes, no, there is, when done right, there's a lot of laughter when things go hilariously wrong.
Right. Yeah. Failure's not all bad.
Yeah, right.
Awesome. Cool. So we have a couple programs coming up in spring, and then check out our Summer Engage, which isn't here yet, but when it is, it'll have the programs you're mentioning for the lab. So that will be really cool.
And then in the meantime, STEM Explorer kits.
Yeah, our library of themes.
Kits,
Yes, those are available through our catalog, scld.org. Is it / or /? It gets me every time.
I think it goes right to the catalog now.
/catalog.
Yeah. And if they're all checked out, which sometimes they are, put them on hold, and we'll let you know when they're ready.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on.
Very cool. Because I know nothing about this. This is kind of out of my wheelhouse. So
yeah, well, come to a program. It's good fun.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Sure.
Thanks. You.